There comes a quiet moment in a man's life when the world feels different. People who once smiled now feel distant. Friends stop reaching out. Even strangers seem to judge you without knowing your story. And late at night you ask yourself, did I do something wrong? Stoicism gives an answer most people never expect. Sometimes when people begin to dislike you for no clear reason, it's not because you became weaker, it's because you became stronger. Marcus Aurelius understood this well. A man who masters himself will always disturb those ruled by chaos. Seneca noticed that resentment is often born not from injury, but from comparison, and Epictetus taught that the moment you stop chasing approval, others begin to feel exposed. Today, let's uncover why people turn against you when you grow stronger, and how Stoic wisdom teaches you to remain calm, grounded, and unshaken. 1. Your calm reveals their inner storm. Most people are not at peace. They carry anger they never resolved, envy they never admitted, and fear they never faced. They survive through noise, distraction, validation, reaction. When you show up calm, disciplined, emotionally steady, you become a mirror. Your silence highlights their chaos. Your restraint exposes their impulsiveness. Your composure reflects what they lack. They don't hate you. They hate what they see in themselves when they stand near you. 2. Independence makes you impossible to control. Epictetus warned that dependence on opinions is the fastest way to lose freedom. When you stop seeking validation, stop explaining yourself, stop needing reassurance, you quietly remove people's power over you, and that unsettles them. People feel safe around those they can guilt, influence, or emotionally pull. When none of that works on you, your freedom feels like rejection. Your self-sufficiency looks like arrogance, but it isn't arrogance, it's liberation. 3. Growth creates painful comparison. Seneca wrote that envy appears when one man moves forward while another remains still. When you grow quietly, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, others begin comparing without meaning to. Your discipline reminds them of their excuses. Your progress exposes their stagnation. Instead of changing themselves, many choose resentment. It's easier to dislike you than to confront who they refuse to become. 4. Silence is misunderstood. Not every man explains himself. Not every man reacts. Not every man defends his choices. The Stoic understands this truth. Explanation invites judgment. He stays silent not because he is hiding, but because he is secure. Yet silence unsettles insecure minds. They assume arrogance. They assume indifference. They assume superiority. Marcus Aurelius warned us, you will be misunderstood, and that is none of your concern. 5. You stop playing emotional games. Some people bond through drama, through gossip, through chaos and reaction. When you refuse to be provoked, when you withdraw from pointless battles, you quietly exit their game, and to them, that feels like rejection. But Stoicism teaches this clearly. No man is harmed unless he consents. When you stop consenting, those who fed on your reactions begin to resent your peace. 6. Virtue naturally separates you from the crowd. Stoicism was never about blending in. It was about living rightly. Marcus Aurelius knew that discipline, honesty, and restraint would sometimes isolate him. Virtue doesn't announce itself. It doesn't argue. It simply stands apart. When you choose character over popularity, depth over noise, discipline over comfort, you leave the crowd behind, and crowds often resent those who walk away. 7. The Stoic response. Do not defend. Do not retaliate. Do not explain. Composure is your answer. Let them see your character, Marcus wrote. A clear conscience laughs at accusations, Seneca said, and Epictetus reminded us. Your task is not to convince, but to remain aligned with your values. So if people begin turning against you for no clear reason, pause. Ask yourself, have I grown calmer, less reactive, less dependent on approval? If the answer is yes, then this isn't rejection, it's separation. Not everyone is meant to walk beside a disciplined mind. Not everyone feels comfortable around emotional strength. The Stoics never tried to be liked. They aimed to be unshakable, remain steady, remain dignified, remain silent when needed. This is how you win without fighting. This is how you stand alone without feeling lonely. If this hits deep, share one word in the comments that describes your current season. Calm is power, and strength needs no applause.